right, good morning, class. Today we're going to be talking about The Invisible Boy. So we're going to be wrapping up this book, The Invisible Boy. The standards that we're going to be going over today are on the board. So it's RL 2.1. Ask and answer such questions as who, what, where, when, why, and how to demonstrate understanding of a key details in a text. Is that something that everybody can do? Yes. So if I ask O'Shea, I can say, who is the book about? Tell me one of the characters. Brian, okay? If I say Brace, if I say where did the book happen? So that's the setting. So where did the book happen?
In school.
In school. Where else did it happen? At recess. So this book has more than one setting, okay? The next one is RL 2.3. Describe how characters in a story respond to major events and challenges. So in the story, Brian felt like he was invisible. But was he really invisible? No, okay? So then Brian was invisible at first, and then Brian felt like I was visible. So what happened in the book to make Brian feel that he was visible? Go ahead, O'Shea.
He made a new friend.
He made a new friend. So that is a change. At first, he was sad. When he met his new friend, he was happy. So that's something that everybody can do. Last standard is RL 2.7. Use information gained from the illustrations and words in a print or digital text to demonstrate understanding of its character, settings, or plot. So again, let's talk about illustrations. All right, so we know that Trudy Ludwig is the author and Patrice Barton is the illustrator. So it says illustrations. So all of these are illustrations. All of these are illustrations. Okay. All of these are illustrations, right? So everybody can tell what they see on this illustration, right? So Vera, what do you see right here? They're all raising their hands. That's students raising their hands, right? Okay, Kelsey, what do you see right here? What are the students doing?
They are picking to be on the team.
Okay, they're picking to be on the team. So everybody can look at the book, and this is the book, but everybody can look at the illustrations. And from the illustrations, if you had no words, you can guess exactly what's going to happen or you think that's going to happen, correct? Anybody cannot do that. Anybody can't do that. All right, so this is our last chapter, our last lesson for this book. We've been on this book about 2.5, 3 weeks. All right, so it's lesson 11, session 6, The Invisible Boy, pages 27 through 30. So today, you will do a close read aloud of The Invisible Boy. Recognize how events cause a response in the main character. And the main character in the book is who? Brian. Brian is the main character. Anybody does not know that Brian is the main character? Okay, so we're going to talk about learning targets. We have been talking about learning targets. But before we talk about learning targets, we're going to talk about our 2 vocabulary words. Open up your journal. Write the date. Right here, 10:14. Let me get a mark at 10:14. Let me do it a third time, 10:14. And 2 words we're going to talk about. One is compassion. The other one is respect. 2 words that we have been talking about, but we're going to continue to talk about them for the next couple days until we wrap this book up. So there you go, compassion. Compassion is a habit of character that is important at school so everyone can feel safe, happy, and included. So everybody should be writing compassion. Open up your journal to the very next page. Do not skip a page. Do not skip a page. You write everything on there. October 14th. Make sure your date is on it. October 14th. And make sure you write compassion. Again, compassion. A habit of character that is important at school so everyone can feel safe, happy, and included. I'm going to put a timer on. You have 3 minutes to write. Write really, I'm going to give you 4 minutes. Write really, really fast. Write really, really fast. Yes, ma'am. Right there, compassion, 10:14. Compassion. Everything you see. Compassion, a habit of character that is important at school so everyone can feel safe and included. That means we're not teasing nobody. That means we're not talking about nobody. We're not saying if somebody's shoes is untied, we're going to tell them, hey, bud, tie your shoes. Okay, we're going to show compassion toward that person so everybody can feel safe. They can be happy and included. We don't want nobody to feel like Brian was feeling in the book. Nobody wants to feel like Brian, like they invisible at school. We have all these classmates, and then we don't want anybody to feel like they are invisible. All right, watch the timer. Watch the timer. I'm sorry. Let me move out the way. Let me move over here so I don't need nobody. Wait, watch the timer. I'm gonna walk around. Just let me know if you need help. Keep writing. Let's go. Make sure you don't write outside that red line. So again, compassion, a habit of character that is important at school so everyone can feel safe and included. So that's going to come back up, so make sure you write it. We're going to go over it. I may not trip over my own. Got 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in your way. Let me just stand right here because it looks like I'm in everybody's way. Every time I move, I'm in everybody's way. So again, compassion, a habit of character that is important at school so everyone can feel safe and feel safe, happy, and included. You have 1 minute left. Four seconds. Twenty seconds. All right, that's the time. Raise your hand if you're still writing. If you're still writing, continue writing. I'm going to move on. You have a couple more minutes. We have to make sure we stay on time. All right, so I'm going to move on to the learning target. If you are still writing, continue to write, and I'm going to move on to the learning target. All right, so the learning target point, it says, think of the thing you desire to learn. Believe in yourself and your efforts will earn the ability to learn something new. Now take your aim at the target truth. So this is the learning task point we have been going through almost every single day or every other day. So this is something that everybody can do. But I want you to focus on believe in yourself. So that's what our central message was about the book of that. Believe in yourself. Come on, we have to wrap it up so we can go to the next slide. So that's the most important part. Can everybody believe in themselves?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe in myself. I believe in myself, so everybody can believe in themselves, right? Okay. So I'm gonna go to the next one. The next word we're gonna talk about is respect. Next word we're gonna talk about is respect. So respect, a habit of character that is important at school so that we can see all what each person does well. Respect, yes. You see it? Okay, I'm gonna go back to it. Just start writing respect. So everybody start writing respect. I'm gonna put a timer on. We have to stay on time, on this time limit. Okay, let's start writing respect. So respect, a habit of character that is important at school so that we can see all what each person does well. Okay? So everybody can respect everybody, right? That's something that we can do, okay? Watch the timer. Everybody can respect everybody. Everybody can show respect. So when I say, Miss such, can you go do this for me? Yes. If I say Dean Batten told me to do this and I do it, and I say, yes ma'am, Dean Batten, that is my way of showing respect to her. We have to show respect to everyone in the class and all of our classmates. So let's write. Watch the timer. Watch the timer. A habit of character that is important at school so that we can see all what each person does well. I mean, everybody can do something well. I told y'all I cannot fix anything. I cannot fix anything. However, I can because I'm going to believe in myself. However, there's other things that I'm good at. So what I'm good at, that's what I try to stick to. The things that I'm good at. So again, we write in respect. A habit of character that is important at school so that we can see all what each person does well. Because every time I move, I'm in somebody's way. I'm sorry. So we talking about respect. In the book, the kids were respecting Miss Carlotti. In the book, the kids were respecting when they were teasing Justin about his food. The people that wasn't laughing, they were showing him respect. O'Shea, you done writing? Okay, come on, let's write. Are you okay? What's going on?
I'm on character.
Okay, well keep writing. I'm not rushing you, keep writing. Okay, everybody looking at the timer. If you're writing, just keep writing. Respect, a habit of character that is important at schools so that we can see all what each person does well. So that is respect. Respect. Watch the time. We have 1 minute and 17 seconds. Come on, Jaden, let's write. So we're talking about compassion this morning, and we're talking about respect. "45 seconds. Just keep writing. Just don't get antsy. Keep writing. Okay. Make sure you watch the timer. All right, that's the timer. So that means 4 minutes not enough. We're gonna try 5 minutes. If you are writing, keep writing. I'm gonna move on. So if you're writing, I need you to keep writing. So I'm talking to the people that are done. We're gonna move to the learning targets. I can respond to questions using details from the text to support my answer. Okay, London, you told me that you're done. Is that a learning target that you can do? I can respond to questions using details from the text to support my answer. So if I would ask you, London, who was the new boy at the school? What was his name? His name was Justin, okay? But if I'm saying, oh my gosh, London, are you making that up? No. We can go to the text. We can go to the text and we can find it in the text, all right? If we can't find it in the text, it's not factual, all right? So that means it's not true. We have to be able to go to the text and find it in the text. All right, the other learning target. I can describe what happens in the text to make Brian feel more visible. Okay, so O'Shea, what happened in the text that made Brian feel more visible?
He made a new friend.
He made a new friend, okay, so did him and a new friend do anything?
Yes.
Okay, what did him and the new friend did?
They played together.
They played together? Did that make him feel visible or invisible?
Visible.
Okay, anybody still writing?
And
Okay, so let's wrap it up. You have 1 more minute to wrap it up. Okay, so somebody raise their hand and tell me what does the word visible mean? Kelsey, what does visible mean?
visible means that you're not. Visible means that you're invisible, where you can see it.
Visible. Can you see me?
Yes.
Am I visible? Can everybody see me?
Yes.
Okay, so Brooklyn, tell me what invisible means.
Invisible means that you can't see.
I can't see it. Okay, so I can't. Can you see this marker in my hand?
Yes.
So the mark is what? Visible. But if I say, oh my gosh, somebody is talking to me in this class and they're just telling me, close my eyes and go to sleep. Do anybody see that person talking to me?
No.
You don't see that person? Nobody see that person?
No.
So that person is what? Invisible. Is anybody having problems doing the 2 definitions of visible and invisible?
No.
Okay, Grace, you having a problem? What's the problem you having?
Problem because it's complicated.
Okay, he said it's complicated. So visible is you can see it, right? Can you see me raising my hand?
Yes.
That's visible. I'm just talking to Brace because he said he didn't know. All right? Can you see me talking, moving my mouth? That's visible. Visible is everything that you can see. Invisible is you can't see it, right? So if I say, oh, Brace, in my bag over there, I have, and this is from your desk, I have 5 puppies in my bag. Can you see it? Can you see it, Brace? So it's what? Invisible. So visible means you can't see it. Invisible means that you can't see it. Anybody else still writing? Okay, so I can move. All right, so we just want to make sure. So I did the learning target, did that one. Okay, this is where we are. Closed readers do these things. Look closely at the picture. So can we look closely at the picture?
Yes.
So everybody, this is a picture. What you need, Brooklyn? Okay, I'll do it again. All right, can everybody see this? Can everybody look closely at the picture? That's something everybody can do, right? That is a learning target. All right, it says reread. So I'm gonna put a check right here. So we want need to make sure. Okay, we can do this. Okay, so it says reread important parts of the text. So the book is the text, right? So if I said, oh my gosh, we're going to look at the letter, right? We're looking at the letter. Can everybody see the letter?
Yes.
Everybody can see the letter. So if I say reread important parts of the text, if I say, O'Shea, tell me exactly what was on the letter. Can you go back to this page and read it to me and tell me exactly what was on the letter? Is that something everybody can do?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we can do that. Okay. It says act out important parts of the text. All right. So acting out. What you need, O'Shea? No, not right now. Okay. Act out important parts of the text. So that means if I say Brooklyn, come here, and I say Karen, come up here, and I say I want you to be JT, and I want you to be Madison. Can you do that?
Yes.
Everybody can act out, okay? Put a check down. Okay, it says, listen carefully to the words. Okay, so the words. Compassion, respect, visible, invisible. Can everybody listen with their ears? Can everybody listen with their ears, right? Is that something that everybody can do?
Yes.
Let me know if you can't do it. That's something everybody can do. Okay? So it says, talk with your classmate about the text. So can you talk with your classmate about the text?
Yes.
Brooklyn. Can you talk with your classmates about the text?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, so everybody, so that we can, what is that? A think and pair, okay? And then we can share it out. So everybody can do a think, pair, and share. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's check it out. Okay. We have did this. Draw and write about the text. So if I ask you right here on this page, what is Brian doing? Okay. If I say, what is Brian doing? Karen, can you draw me a picture of what is Brian doing?
Yes.
So what is Brian doing according to this page?
He's drawing a circle.
He's drawing a circle. Now, you drew it, but now can you write about it? So
Yes.
now, can Karen, can you write me a sentence telling me exactly what Brian is doing?
Yes.
So what would your sentence say?
Why is Brian drawing?
Okay, so what is Brian drawing? So you gonna give me a question? Okay, why is Brian drawing? All right, and then so we're gonna put a check right here, and then it says answer questions about the words and pictures using details from the text. So let me just go to another page. All right, and we were on this page. Okay, who is this?
Miss
Miss Carlotti, and then they have the students, right?
Yes.
So we can look at these pictures. It says answer questions about the words and pictures using the details from the text. So if I say, what is Miss Carlotti doing on this page? Can you look at this page?
Yes.
And can you answer my question
Yes.
from the text?
Yes.
Okay, so all of these things they're learning targets, and I know that everybody can do this. We've been on this book about 3.5 weeks, but if you can't, it's okay. Just let me know, and we're going to stop and go over it. Give me a second. All right, so let me put the video on, and maybe tomorrow is going to be our last day watching The Invisible Boy.
Hello
everyone, this is Miss Paulette, and today I'll be reading you a story about Brian, the Invisible Boy. Nobody ever seems to notice him or think to include him in their group, game, or birthday party. Until, that is, a new kid comes to class. When Justin, the new boy, arrives, Brian is the first to make him feel welcome. And when Brian and Justin team up to work on a class project together, Brian finds a way to shine. The Invisible Boy, written by Trudy Ludwig and illustrated by Patrice Barton. Can you see Brian, the Invisible Boy? Even Miss Carlotti has trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie.
You like to wait?
Nathan has problems with what Miss Carlotti calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space. Brian doesn't. When the bell rings for recess, Micah and JT take turns choosing kids for their kickball teams. The best players get picked first. Then the best friends of the best players. Then the friends of the best friends. Only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. JT glances in Brian's direction and just as quickly looks away. We've got enough players for each team. he tells the others. Let's play ball. In the cafeteria, Madison and her friends talk about her birthday party. The rope swing over the pool was awesome, says JT. Yeah, so was the water slide, adds Fiona. That was the best pool party ever. I'm so glad you guys had fun, says Madison. Everybody did, except Brian. He wasn't invited. At choosing time, while the other kids play board games and read, Brian sits at his table, doing what he loves to do best. He draws fire-breathing dragons scaling tall buildings. Thank you for toasting my marshmallow. Space aliens locked in intergalactic battles. Now. Greedy pirates digging for treasure. Crackers are. Yay! And superheroes with the power to make friends wherever they go. Hi. Hi, friend. Have a cookie. On Monday morning, Miss Carlotti introduces Justin, a new student, to the class. Brian smiles shyly at him. Some of the other kids sneak looks at Justin, trying to figure out if he's cool enough to be their friend. They haven't quite made up their minds yet. At lunch, Madison and JT watch Justin eat with chopsticks. What's that? Asks Madison as she points at Justin's food. It's bulgogi. Bul what? Bulgogi. It's Korean barbecue beef. My grandma made it for me. It's really good. Do you want to try some? There's no way I'd eat boogergy. And the kids laugh. All of them. That is, except Brian. He sits there wondering, which is worse? Being laughed at or feeling invisible? The next day, when Justin goes to his cubby to put away his backpack, he notices a piece of paper with his name on it. Justin, I thought the bulgogi looked good. Brian. At morning recess, Brian finds a piece of chalk on the ground and starts drawing away. You're Brian, right? Yeah. Thanks for the note. Hey, Justin, Emilio calls out from the tetherball court. You're up next. Sorry, I gotta go, says Justin. By the way, that's a really cool drawing, he adds before taking off. Back in class, Miss Carlotti asks the kids to team up in 2s or 3s for a special project. The kids scurry around the room to pair off. Brian heads toward Justin. I'm already with Justin, says Emilio. Find someone else. Brian looks at the floor, wishing he could draw a hole right there to swallow him up. Miss Carlotti said we can have up to 3 people in our group. We're only 2. Come on, Emilio, let him work with us. Okay, I guess. Miss Carlotti gives the class directions for the project. Your assignment is to work together to write a story about what you see in that photograph. Just use your imagination and have fun. Whoa, cool, says Emilio. What kind of people do you think would live in houses like that? I don't know, but I bet Brian could draw them to go with our story, says Justin. Brian smiles as he takes out his lucky pen. It's lunchtime again. Brian's least favorite part of the day. Another 20 long minutes of kids talking and laughing with everyone else but him. Brian! He hears someone shout, "Hey, Brian, over here!" Brian turns and sees Justin waving him over. Emilio nods at Brian as he makes room for him at the table. Cookie? Thanks. Maybe, just maybe, Brian's not so invisible after all.
Alright, that was officially our last time watching this book.
The end.
The end.
Thank you so much for being good listeners.
Alright, officially our last time watching this book. On Wednesday, we are moving to a new book. Alright, everybody has a worksheet. Get your worksheet out. Everybody has a worksheet. On the top of your worksheet, make sure you write the date. 10/14/24. 10/14/24. The worksheet that we're doing about this page. Can everybody see this page? This is the page we're doing about. The page my finger's on. Everybody, can you write 10/14/2024? So whatever I write on here, you write on your paper. Everybody have the date? 10/14/24. All right. Raise your hand. How does Brian feel in this part of the story? So again, we're talking about this page right here. When Brian is going to lunch. Oh, shake your hand was raised up? Okay. So how does Brian feel?
Happy.
So why?
Because Justin gave him a cookie. And
Okay. So Brian felt happy. Brian felt happy.
I want to feel or felt.
Felt. I'm about to write it. Felt. Brian felt happy. Make sure you have a sentence. Make sure your sentence start off with a capital letter and with punctuation. So Brian felt happy. So everybody write those 3 words. Brian felt happy. Yes? Yeah. But just write Brian felt happy. Just some 3 words. Okay, after that, it says a picture from the text. So this is your own picture. So in that little box, draw your picture about, and I'm going to give you like 3 minutes to draw your picture. Can everybody see this? I'm going to go around. Everybody see Brian at lunchtime. Okay. Can you see it? Okay. So everybody draw in the second box, draw your picture of how Brian felt at lunchtime. He said Brian felt happy. So you draw your picture in the second box. In the second box. Make sure you're in the second box. Come on, let's draw your picture. Brian has an A in it. London, draw your picture. Kyra, draw your picture of how Brian felt. Brian felt happy. I'm going to walk around to these 2. Okay. Why you erased it? Right? Brian felt happy. Why you erased it? You did it right. So, okay, felt happy, and then draw your picture right here. I'm gonna put a time on. You have 3 minutes to draw. Draw your picture. So right now you should either be writing or drawing. Everybody should be writing or drawing. Brian felt happy or drawing. Like asking you to be an artist. Can you draw your picture about Brian feeling happy? Right here. In the second box. Everybody in the second box should be drawing their picture. So right now you should be doing the 3 words of Brian felt happy, or you should be drawing your picture. Come on, watch the timer. You did both, sir? All right. All right, we have some people down. We're just waiting on other people. I'm going to move on. Just keep on. I'm going to just draw a realistic man. I can't draw that good, but look, this is happy. He got a happy face, so Brian felt happy. I can't draw that good. All right, so it says, we're not talking about my drawing. It says, what in the story makes him feel that way? So somebody, not O'Shea, somebody else raised their hand. Kelsey, what in this story from this page made Brian feel this way?
Because what's that boy right now?
Justin?
Justin had called Brian over to sit with.
Okay. All right. So it says, what in the story makes him feel that way? So Brian felt happy because Justin was waving at him, to come sit at their table. Now you're gonna have to write small. I just wrote big so you can see it. Okay? So Brian felt happy because Justin was waving at him to come sit at their table. So either you're doing one, everybody should be finished drawing, and then write, yes sir. Yes sir.
I want to.
You drew your paper, your person? Okay, so pick your pencils up and draw. Pick your pencils up and draw, and then everybody should be right here on 3 next. Brian felt happy because Justin was waving at him to come sit at their table. And again, I'm gonna just walk around. So everybody can see. Come on, sir. Let's start writing the third box. Yes, ma'am. Yes, go ahead. I'm just walking around so you can see this page again. Everybody should be almost done drawing. Everybody should be writing in the third box. Everybody should be here. That's the time up for drawing. So keep writing. Everybody should be writing in the third box. Brian felt happy because Justin was waving at him to come sit at their table. And everybody see? Everybody can see this, right? All right. Yes, sir. Waving. I'll spell it for you. What is it? Brian was. You skipped the whole part. Brian. You need to write that first sentence. Brian was happy because you skipped all the way to the second sentence. WAVING. WAVING. So Brian felt happy because Justin was waving at him to come sit at their table. And this is what we're doing. We're doing the learning target. I need you to sit down in the chair. I asked you to move over one. See? You're supposed to move over one. Bless you. So everybody, this is from the text. Yes, sir. Okay, so you don't have to. Okay, why do you want to why? For happy? Okay, I can write it for you. Bless you. I'm sorry. Bless you. Okay, let me come write it for you, and everybody else can say was waving at him to come sit at their table. I'll come write it for you. Just give me a second. All right, we're writing in silence. We're writing in silence. All right, there you go. All right, so let me say it again. I'm moving to the last box. Brian felt happy because Justin was waving at him to come sit at their table. Okay, Kelsey, you have to be quiet. All right. Now the next one it says, is he at this point? Is he? Who is he?
Brian.
Brian. Is he feeling invisible or visible in this part of the story? So it said invisible. So you don't have to write. Let me write. If you're writing, continue to write. So visible or invisible is no one can see you.
You see what I'm kind of like?
You do not have to write it. If you're writing number 3, I need you to continue writing number 3. Little bit. All right, if you're still writing, you need to wrap it up for this part. Okay, so it's saying, is he, so he is Brian, feeling invisible or visible in this part of the story? Invisible, a little bit visible, or visible? So I wrote it right here. Invisible is, so is Brian feeling at this part of the story, is Brian feeling that nobody can see him? Okay, so the next part is he feeling a little bit visible? That means can only a couple people see him in the lunchroom? Or is Brian feeling visible where everybody can see them in the lunchroom? Go ahead, Brace.
He's feeling visible.
He's feeling visible, right? Because everybody can see him. You're like, hey, hey, so everybody can see him. So in that last block, you're writing visible. That's all you're writing, visible. And we're going to wrap this page up. So all you're writing is visible. Anybody have any questions about what's going on with Brian in the story about being visible or invisible? Okay, then write, just all you write is the word visible. This all you write right here, visible. Yes, ma'am. Okay, it's on your paper. It's the last word. That's all you write right here. Right there. So everybody's just writing the word visible. If you can't see it, it's the word right here that I circled. Last word, visible. VISIBLE. Is anybody still working on this paper? Yes, no? Brooklyn? This word, you're done. So what are you saying? Okay, let me write it for you. Let me write this and then we're going to move on. All right, so anybody else didn't write? Okay, so here you go, darling. What you at? Okay, where you still writing at? Because we taking way too long to write. Whoever making that noise, please stop. All right, cool. I don't know. I took somebody's pencil. Oh, great. There you go. That was Brooklyn. All right, so everybody done. All right. Everybody done. I can erase this, right? Yes, no? Okay. Yes, okay. I just want to know if you're done. Can I erase it? That's all I need to know right now. So everybody is done. So we have to make sure that we keep up with the time and we're writing fast. Do 2 letters, 3 letters, and then write. All right, next one, it says, why was lunch Brian's least favorite time of the day? So let me ask it again. Kyra, I'm going to come to you, can answer. So it says, why was lunch Brian's least favorite time of the day? Okay, so this is him at lunch. So Kyra, what's the answer?
Because first when they was at lunch, they was laughing at just the food.
We just talking about this page right here. We just talking about this page.
Because it is not his favorite day at lunch.
Not quite. Go ahead, Vera.
Because it's noisy.
Okay, but
It's too loud.
no, not quite. Go ahead, Brace. Let me ask the question again. Why was lunch Brian's least favorite time of the day? Go ahead, Brace.
Because he had no friends and nobody wanted to sit by him.
Correct. He had no friends and nobody wanted to sit by him. So let me write it right here. So just give me a second and I'm gonna let you write. No, that's the one I was looking for right there. Just give me a second. Let me write it. Yes, just give me a second to write it. Let me just type it so I can make sure everybody can see it. All right. So let me make it big so everybody can see it. All right. Lunch was Brian's least favorite part. Part of the day because he is usually alone for lunch. So everybody start writing. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes this time. 5 minutes is enough time. So lunch was Brian's least favorite part of the day because he is usually alone for lunch. So that means he's usually by himself. Everybody should be writing. You have 5 minutes. Watch the timer. Yes, ma'am. You need another pencil? Eraser? Okay, so again, everybody's writing. Lunch was Brian's least favorite part of the day because he is usually alone for lunch. So nobody likes to sit by themselves for lunch. When we going outside, when the teachers go outside, I know nobody likes to sit alone for lunch. So that's the same way Brian was feeling. Bless you, bless you. You need some tissue? Okay, I'll go get it for you. All right. Where's my you need? Okay, and I already told you. You have to wait till later. Bless you. One person sneeze, 6, 7 other people sneeze. All right. Okay, so again, lunch was Brian's least favorite part of the day because he is usually alone for lunch. He is usually alone for lunch. Lunch was Brian's least favorite part of the day because he is usually alone for lunch. I'm sorry. Look, every time I move, I miss somebody. Wait, come on, Shane. Get your nose together and write. Are you done? Okay. So we have somebody done, so they did it in less than 2 minutes. Let's write. Come on, Jaden, you have it or you need me to write it for you? Do you have it? What's going on? Let me write it. Watch the timer. Of the day because we usually alone for lunch. There you go. Again, lunch was Brian's least favorite part of the day because he is usually alone for lunch. Yes? Okay, I'm sorry, just unplug your mouth. Come on, look at the time. We have 1 minute and 43 seconds left. Okay. I'm just waiting on the timer. You have 1 minute and 26 seconds left. Come on, let's write it. Let's get it. 5 minutes is a long enough time. Sit down for me, please, Arden. Lunch was Brian's least favorite part of the day because he is usually alone for lunch. You need. No, sir. I'm sorry. Let me get out the way. All right, this is the last question before we wrap it up. How do you see Justin showing compassion in this part of the story? How do you see Justin showing Brian compassion in this part of the story? So let me go back and read the definition for compassion. Compassion is a habit of character that is important at school so everyone can feel safe, happy, and included. You raise your hand and answer the question, Grace? Okay, so what's the answer? The question again? Okay, hold on 1 second. How do you see Brian showing, how do you see Justin showing Brian compassion in this part of the story? So how did Justin show Brian compassion? What did he do?
Justin raises him to show that Brian can sleep with him.
Okay. So why he did that? Why you think he did though? Why you think Justin did that?
Because he usually sits alone, but
So it's not okay for you to sit by yourself?
I know.
Okay, go ahead, O'Shane.
Justin, because Justin raised his hand to call Brian over.
Why? Why he did that though?
Because that's his friend.
Okay. Kylie, your hand was up? Okay, go ahead.
Brian raised his hand because he wanted to share a cookie with him.
We're only on this page. We're not sharing the cookie. We're on this page right here. This is the page we're on. Kyron is the last person. Why do you think, Kyron?
Because when he walked in, he made a new friend. So at lunch, Justin raised his hand so they could share snacks.
We didn't get. We only on this page. Okay. So let me try to pull it out of you. When Brian is walking into the cafeteria, Justin is already there. What kind of facial expression do you think that Brian had on his face?
Sad.
He was sad. Why was he sad?
Because he was going to sit alone.
He was going to sit alone, right? So again, the question is, how do you see Justin showing Brian compassion in this part of the story? So what did Justin do? He was waving, but why was he waving his hand? How did Brian feel?
Because he felt sad.
Right. Was he feeling happy?
He was feeling sad.
He was feeling sad. That's correct. Okay. So now we're talking about emotions and the change of emotion. So Justin. Oh well, I'm gonna just come to you. I was asking. Just give me a second. Justin. I'm gonna get it for you because I have to open up another one. Justin showed compassion to Brian because Brian looked sad. Okay, everybody start writing, and just give me a second. I'm gonna come to you. Everybody start writing. Justin showed compassion to Brian because Brian looked sad. Who asked me for a tissue? Okay, I'll get Kelsey. Kelsey, don't draw that box like that because we have something else to write. Everybody should be writing. You can't see that? What's going on? I'm listening. Go ahead. Okay, you're gonna be okay. Here you go. All right, everybody should be writing. Let me put the timer on. Everybody should be writing. You have 5 minutes. 5 minutes and we're moving on. We're about to go to our exit ticket and we're moving on. Okay. Justin showed compassion to Brian because Brian looked sad. Justin showed compassion to Brian because Brian looked sad. Everybody should be writing. When you're done, draw a line on your page, and I'm about to put the exit ticket up. Just draw a line in the middle of your page for the exit ticket. Justin showed compassion to Brian because Brian looked sad. When you're done, draw a line in the middle of your page. You're writing this ELA exit ticket, today's date, 10/14. How did Brian feel at the beginning of the book? The beginning of the book. This is your sentence starter. Brian felt, you're going to write it like this. You're going to write one word here. Because blank. You're going to use those sentence starters. So that's 6 words that you're going to be writing. Let's go. Let's write. I forgot what. I'm going to come do it. Because I can't switch pages. So everybody write it. Either you're writing Justin showed compassion to Brian because Brian looked sad, or you're writing your exit ticket. So we're using the sentence starter. Brian felt, and you're not writing the question. All you're doing is writing the answer. This is your question. You're only writing this box right here. So Brian felt blank because blank. But the question is, how did Brian feel at the beginning of the story? Come on, let's write. Yes, sir. Nope. I'm just all you writing is these words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. I'm just telling you to use the sentence starter. I just wrote it right here. All right. And everybody done with this, or anybody still writing this part? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And everybody done with this? You still have 2 minutes and 15 seconds. You need to be writing. London, this is what you're writing. 1 word, 2 words, a blank right here, and a blank. That's all you're writing. This is the question. How did Brian feel at the beginning of the story? You're writing just this part. Brian felt blank because blank. And I'm just telling you, use the sentence starter. Just the answer. Then turn on the next page. Then draw a line. Okay, when you're done with that, draw a line and then write your exit ticket. Brian felt, you need to do the blank because I don't know. No, you're right. Put a blank under here. Under your word. Okay? And then write because and blank. And then put a period. Brian felt blank because, and you just try to spell it the best way you can. Chelsea, you need to sit down in that chair, please. Okay. Brian felt blank because blank. That's all you're writing. Come on, draw your line and do your exit ticket. I need you to write exit ticket, ELA exit ticket. But ELA exit ticket, the date 10/14, and then you're writing just these things. Brian felt blank because blank. And I'm going to give you about 4 more minutes to do your exit ticket, and then we're going to wrap it up. What is it you can't see?
I was writing this thing on the board.
Okay, now you should have been done with that. Let me see. Look. SAD. SAD. And then put your period, and then go to your exit ticket. Anybody else writing from here? Anybody else writing from here? Anybody else writing from here? Going once. Anybody else? Because I'm going to move this. That's what I'm asking. Anybody else? I'm going to move it closer so everybody can see it. So again, yes, sir. You have to do what? All you're writing is Brian felt blank, and you're going to put a word right here, because blank, and that's it. Make sure you have a period at the end. This is the question. How did Brian feel at the beginning of the book? I'm putting the timer up. You have 4 minutes, and then that's it. We're closing out the lesson. Brian felt what? Brian felt blank because blank. You done? Okay, I need to do another line. Because at where your line at. So this your line, write another line right there. And then you're done. You close your journal. Just put this page we did today in your journal. So Brian felt blank because blank. Make sure you draw the 2 lines so I can know what your answer is. Just put in your journal, put your journal in your desk. Okay. Brian felt blank because blank. Yes, sir.
I can't see it that much.
Thank you. Okay. Make sure you have your 2 lines. While you're writing, I'm gonna do the closing so we can move on to magnetic reading and our spelling. All right. So we're gonna wrap this book up. Tomorrow is gonna be the last day for this book. Then on Wednesday, we're moving to a new book. So we have been talking about Brian. Brian was a student at a school, and Brian felt invisible because he had no friends. So a new student came to the school named Justin, and Brian was happy because now he can try to make a new friend. So in this book, we have been talking about the title. We have talked about the author. We have talked about the illustrator. You're not writing that, Kelsey. That's all you're writing. Brian felt blank because blank. That's it. Because, now write your answer on that line and put a period at the end. All right, so we talked about the setting. Setting was at school. The setting was outside. Setting was at recess. All right, we talked about the characters. We talked about Brian. We talked about Miss Kalani. We talked about JC. We talked about Madison. Okay, we talked about the time of the day it was. In the morning. It was in the afternoon at school, which is the setting. Now, at the end of the story, we said that Brian did not feel invisible anymore. Yes, sir. When you're done, put your paper in your journal and just put it in there. Can you put a period at the end of your sentence? Thank you. Yes, sir. Yeah. Everybody should be wrapping it up. You have 1.5 minutes left. Okay, you done? Put this in your journal. Put that in your journal. Okay, well, you need to come on quickly. We have to write the end of it. Okay? If you're done, the only way I'm going to know you're done is if you put the paper that we were working on today in your journal and put your journal in your desk. Then I'll know that you're done. You have 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm going to get some tissue. You have 1 minute. You have 1 minute. 43 seconds. Tyra, you're not done? I don't know you're done. Your journal's still on your desk. When you're done, put your paper in your journal. Are you done? Yes, sir. Your journal needs to be in your desk, please. That's the only way I'm going to know you're done. Your paper needs to be in your journal. You done, sir?
Do I have to write what's in that box?
Nope. Brian felt blank because blank. That's all you're writing. Did you write that?
Alright, the rest of the
You see? This is Brian felt. Okay? Okay, no. All you have to do is answer now. I'm going to rewrite it for you. Brian felt blank because blank. Now you answer. All right. Put it up in your desk, and then that's how I know we're done.